YouTube pedal people, nerdizzles. Henning Pauli here again with another pedal demo. It's time, we've seen some acoustic guitars and loopers and switchers, but we want the pedals. So, this is the first in a series of 6 of Movall pedals. That is Movall series, I think, mini series 2. The first one was Mini Demons. This one is called Mini Titans. Why? I don't know. I have a relationship with Wendy from Movall. And I was even, in China visiting Joyo, and also I met with Wendy. Wendy. I met with Wendy. I met with Wendy, who's super nice, and her husband, and a tiny little Chinese baby, which is also why the Chinese get up. It's not super comfortable, but it's classy. And also, in the track you just saw, the background, I think, should be Chinese wavy cats. Just because. And I recorded a whole bunch of backplates for the videos in China, so I'm gonna be annoying you with that in the background. And why Chinese wavy cat for Movall? Well, I actually bought myself one. It doesn't wave, but Leslie, can you try to get the little Chinese wavy cat? I call him Cedric, because I think that he looks like a Cedric. And he's black, like metal! So, that's my little Chinese wavy cat. The thing is, Movall, translated, actually, it means Cat King. Is it Cat King? Okay. I actually think it's also the word they have for Elvis. Is that correct? Elvis, the king, was Movall, which is the Cat King. Something like that. So, you've already heard everything you want to hear of the Minotaur, which got horns. Minotaur. We actually took some pictures for Movall for the website for Wendy, and tried to get a picture of the Minotaur with a cow, or preferably a bull in the background. And I kind of, was in life-threatening situations there under a big cow trying to get the the image was way cool. So you've heard a lot in the track already. To the track, I think you've seen a Tele and a Strat. They're Harley Bentons. The Strat is €99. No shit. Completely incredible. There'll be videos for those probably next week or week after that. Crazy guitars. I recorded all the tracks for the Movall pedals with them. So if you want to see more, there's a Les Paul and other stuff. Crazy. Well, talking about the setup quickly. I'm framed by a lot of stuff. There's my little pedal station. You can actually show that. Little green whole pedal setup. So if I'm reaching over here, I'm actually setting up the pedal, which is nicely lit and filmed. And then my voice is being recorded. I gotta do some plugs here. With a t.Bone Retro Tube 2 right here. Leslie's trying to find it in the viewfinder. So, really cool tube mic for €222. €222. And, so the Shure Badger 18 is being mic'd with a SM57 because that is really the mic that you use for guitars. And an FCT, I think that was the model number 2000, another tube mic from t.Bone or THOMANN for $199. And I just did a little test with it exactly at that distance, which I just threw on the floor, and killer sound. Absolutely killer sound. Both of them mixed together 50-50. And if you can show back there, Leslie, that's not from THOMANN, that's Congo, my dog, barking her balls off. Back there, those are the power supplies for the two microphones, which are going into the... Excuse me? Congo, shut it! Which are going into the Universal Audio 4710D preamp on 2 tracks. And that's pretty much it. My guitar, which is an LSL Stratocaster, we also have a PRS right with some humbuckers, is going into the Minotaur, which is then going straight into the Shure. And in the FX loop of the Shure, I have a Strymon Brigadier for some analog delay and a big Sky for some spring reverb, which I could plug in later. And it's I didn't use the Movall Centipede because I wanted, the top of the line super mega thing, so you don't have any super coloration. The Centipede sounds killer, which is actually, it has been used on the track that you just heard. But for the demo, I wanted the Strymon stuff. And what else do we need to know? Pretty much it. Oh, let me talk about the... Wendy's not going to be happy about this. I was involved in like the naming and design of the first series, which was kind of neat with little insects and stuff. Here it says, artwork idea by Julio Skimmy. And some of them are nice. I said he's not bad, Minotaur kind of nice. What I don't like about them, and I'm going to be frank, I think the design is a little bit too black and stuff. I personally, and that's just a personal choice, don't like when China clone pedals, which these are, and they're incredibly good clones, when they try to hint at what they're cloning. Like a Tube Dreamer, for example, or something. I think that's not very clever, and it distracts from the fact that these companies are actually taking the whole basic pedal design and developing it, which is what they're doing. A clone doesn't mean it's one-to-one exactly cloned. It means we took the general idea and went with it. Like many other people are doing. Like Maxon is doing with Ibanez, or Ibanez with Maxon, and many people are cloning. Okay? Ask Sarah Davis, who has an insane article about cloning, which I will get to at some point, and she did her research and she knows her shit. And cloning doesn't mean you steal. It means you take an idea and take it further. It means evolution. Okay, so these are evolved pedals, very small. This is actually going in the direction of a clone Centaur. Now, Centaur, Minotaur, see, for me, that's too close. So I don't necessarily like this. I don't like how the word Fury is in the other. So Julio, nice idea, but it could have been better. I've told them many times, and I wanted to voice that because I'm an ass. Okay, but bottom line, killer sounds. All new 6 pedals, absolutely incredible. They still have a little bit to go. For example, the little knobs don't have markings on them. So what you see in the video here is I actually painted them in for you. Wendy assured me that once these are used up, because they bought a whole stock, they're going to use some that actually come with markings for you. So that's cool. And we also really want to see some Velcro and rubber adhesive for the bottom. Other companies, after I asked them to do that, are doing that now. It's still missing here. You're getting it flat and you need to put your own rubber or Velcro on it, which I highly suggest, otherwise it slips around. So those are tiny details. But bottom line, fuck, they're good. Okay? That's really what matters. I mean, who cares about Velcro or markings? Just get a pen and put it on there. Bottom line is all 6 pedals crazy. And you've heard it already. And so here is the Sir Dry front pickup. Okay. Oh, $59 by the way. Around that. I mean, I've made mistakes of actually putting big time numbers in these videos and then they change, and from the country or from time to time they change. So around 60, let's put it that way. So I'm gonna take the Minotaur in about 9 o'clock. And it's a very subtle overdrive, so you won't actually hear a lot there. Leans it out a bit. Gotta get the level up. Off. It automatically puts its mid-frequency stamp on it. It has a lot of mids. Very singing mids, very beautiful. But it really shines when we start cranking it up. Almost like a clean boost in that setting. So at that setting, let's play around with the tone knob. Too much, which is great. If it's too much for the Strat, it's just right for the Les Paul. So, gonna get it about 2 o'clock and we start cranking. Dynamic as hell. Great. Do you hear how it's singing? Do you hear how it's going into this overtone? The note is but then you have coming through, okay? But you all want to know, can it crank? Well, it can crank as much as an overdrive can crank. The big Strat trick, back middle position, I mean you all know this, and then roll back the tone a bit, and then you get this nasally sound. With some delay. Nice compression happening. It is truly an amazing overdrive. That's all I can say. That's all you really need to hear. If I get the thingy down a bit. Let's see, we get this down a bit. Give it some spring reverb. Crazy good. Just for you guys who play humbucker pickups, let's plug in another guitar. So we got a PRS-SE here. All up. You can see it pushes the amp already a little bit more. And it should push the Minotaur more. The Movall MINOTAUR, an excellent overdrive for blues, rockabilly, rock and roll, whatever. I don't know. You decide what you want to use it for. It's definitely one of my favorites so far. Okay, I have a couple of pedals that I will always get out for lead tones, for bluesy stuff, and this is one of them. The Busy Bee from Movall, also one of them. Other companies that, out of courtesy to Movall, I'm not gonna mention now, but this is one of my favorites now. So, on to the next pedal. Hope you enjoy what you've seen. Subscribe, do that.